There's a moment, maybe you felt it, when life feels too heavy to carry. The plans that once made sense start to crumble. The people you trusted drift away. You look in the mirror, and the person staring back seems tired, lost, unsure. You tell yourself, I just need to figure it out. But no matter how hard you think, the answer doesn't come. We live in a world obsessed with fixing problems, but not with understanding them. We rush to move on, to stay positive, to keep grinding, without ever asking, what's actually broken inside me? The Stoics, the ancient philosophers who lived 2,000 years ago, didn't promise a life without problems. They promised something better, a way to face those problems without falling apart. Marcus Aurelius faced betrayal, plague, and war, yet he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Seneca lost his wealth and status overnight, and said, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself." Epictetus was born a slave, and still became one of history's greatest teachers of freedom. They didn't escape their problems. They transformed through them. This is what you'll learn today. 10 Stoic lessons to fix the problems in your life. Not by controlling the world, but by mastering the only thing that ever truly belongs to you. Your mind. Everyone wants to fix their life, but few stop to ask what fixing really means. When something breaks, a job, a relationship, a dream, our first instinct is to force it back together. We look for hacks, advice, distractions. We scroll through motivational quotes hoping one will save us. But the Stoics saw it differently. They believed life's problems aren't interruptions to your path. They are the path. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Every obstacle, every heartbreak, every failure, they aren't signs that you're off track. They are the training ground of your soul. You can't control what happens, only how you respond. You can't change other people, only the story you tell yourself about them. You can't stop pain, but you can decide whether it breaks you or builds you. That's what Stoicism is, the art of responding well. It's not cold, emotionless philosophy. It's practical, raw, and deeply human. It teaches you to stay calm in chaos, to find peace in pain, and to act with virtue when everything tempts you to react with anger or fear. So in the next 10 lessons, we'll look at how Stoicism helps you fix the real problems, not by erasing them, but by facing them with courage, clarity, and wisdom. Because you don't need a perfect life. You need a resilient mind. And once you have that, no problem, no person, and no storm can take your peace away. Lesson 1. Stop negotiating with your inner weakness. Most people lose the battle long before they even fight it. Not against others, but against themselves. They wake up knowing what they should do. They should exercise. They should stay calm. They should speak the truth. But then the voice appears, soft, reasonable, and deadly. Just 5 more minutes. You've had a long week. You'll start tomorrow. That voice is not your friend. It's your weakness, dressed as comfort. The Stoics called it path, the irrational passions that pull you away from what you know is right. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." But he also warned himself every morning, "At dawn, when you rise unwillingly, have this thought ready: I am rising to do the work of a human being." Even the Emperor of Rome had to argue with his lazy mind. So what about us? Every time you obey that voice, it grows stronger. Every time you resist, you reclaim a piece of your power. Stoicism isn't about silencing emotion. It's about refusing to let emotion rule you. It's not about being unfeeling. It's about being uncontrolled. You'll never destroy weakness completely, but you can stop negotiating with it. Don't debate with it. Don't reason with it. Don't delay action until it disappears. When your mind says, "I don't feel like it," that's the moment you must act. Not to prove something to the world, but to yourself. Because freedom begins the day you stop explaining your excuses and start keeping your promises. That's the Stoic path. Not comfort, not perfection, but mastery over the only battlefield that ever mattered, your own mind. Lesson 2. Stop collecting wisdom you don't use. We live in an age where wisdom is everywhere. and almost no one is wiser. You can read Marcus Aurelius on your phone. You can scroll through Seneca quotes on Instagram. You can binge podcasts about Stoicism for hours. And yet, your temper still controls you. You still waste mornings. You still feel lost when life doesn't go your way. Why? Because knowing is not the same as doing. Seneca said it clearly 2,000 years ago. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. The Stoics didn't measure wisdom by what you knew, but by what you embodied. They believed philosophy is not something you learn, it's something you live. Modern life rewards collectors, people who gather information, courses, quotes, and insights. But the Stoics warned, wisdom without action is a form of vanity. You read to feel inspired, not to be changed. You nod at Seneca's words, but you don't stop the habit he's warning you about. Marcus Aurelius didn't write his meditations to publish them. He wrote them to remind himself, do this. Stop doing that. Remember this. It was a manual, not a manuscript. So if you really want to grow, stop chasing more inspiration. Start applying the little you already understand. Don't just highlight the quote, live it for a week. Don't just watch the video, practice it tomorrow morning. Don't just admire the Stoics. Become one in small, silent actions. You don't need more wisdom. You need to act on the wisdom you already have. The Stoic doesn't say, I know. The Stoic says, I practice. Lesson 3. Stop letting emotion write the story. It happens in a second. Someone says something disrespectful. Your chest tightens. Your mind races with comebacks, revenge, and outrage. Before you even realize it, emotion has taken the pen, and it's writing your story for you. The Stoics called this pathos, the storm that begins inside you when reason is overthrown by reaction. Epictetus warned, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. But most people never reach the how. They stop at the what. Someone insults them, they lash out. Someone disagrees, they defend. Someone leaves, they crumble. Emotion writes fast. It doesn't pause to ask whether the story it's writing is true. It just fills in the blanks with fear, pride, and pain. The Stoic doesn't suppress emotion, they see through it. They pause before reacting, asking, is this anger serving me or steering me? Is this sadness showing me truth or trapping me in it? Marcus Aurelius faced betrayal, plague, and grief, yet he wrote, if it's endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining. That wasn't coldness. It was clarity. He knew that once you surrender to emotion, you stop thinking, and when you stop thinking, you stop choosing. Imagine if you could watch your emotions like passing weather. You'd still feel the thunder, but you wouldn't mistake it for the sky. That's Stoic mastery, feeling deeply, but not being ruled by the feeling. Responding slowly when others rush to react. Speaking calmly when your ego screams for defense. Walking away when your pride begs you to fight. Your emotions are signals, not sentences. They point to something real, but they don't have to define your next move. The next time you feel anger rising, don't silence it, study it. Ask what wound it's trying to protect. Ask if this reaction will still make sense tomorrow. You can't stop the first wave of emotion, but you can stop the second, the one that turns feeling into destruction. Because the moment you choose your response, you take the pen back from emotion and begin writing your story with wisdom instead of impulse. That's what the Stoics practiced every day. The art of not being ruled by what you feel. Lesson 4. Build stillness in a world that won't stop moving. The world moves fast. Faster than your thoughts, faster than your breath, faster than your soul can follow. You wake up to noise, notifications, headlines, endless urgency. Everyone's chasing something. More money, more followers, more validation. And yet, few people ever stop to ask, where are we all running to? The Stoics lived in a world of war, disease, and political chaos. But they found stillness, not outside themselves, but within. Seneca said, to be everywhere is to be nowhere. He understood that a scattered mind is a suffering mind. When your attention is pulled in 1,000 directions, you lose the ability to see anything clearly, including yourself. Stillness is not about silence. It's not about escaping the world. It's about being fully present in the middle of it. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, yet he carved out moments of quiet to write, reflect, and remember who he was. He wrote, "Nowhere you can go is more peaceful than your own soul." Even surrounded by chaos, he found peace, because he learned how to be still inside. Most people think they're busy because they're productive. But often, busyness is just another form of avoidance. We scroll because we don't want to sit with our thoughts. We chase more because we're afraid to feel what enough feels like. Stillness forces you to face yourself, the noise inside you, not just around you. And that's why it's rare. It takes courage to sit alone with your mind. But that's where wisdom begins. Stillness gives you space to respond, not react. It lets you hear the quiet voice of reason before emotion drowns it out. It's where ideas are born, where clarity emerges, where peace becomes strength. So make time for it, even 5 minutes a day. Turn off the noise. Step outside. Breathe deeply and ask, what truly matters today? The world will never slow down for you. You must slow yourself down for it. Because stillness is not weakness, it's power restrained. It's the calm beneath the storm, the space between thoughts, the pause before greatness. In a world that won't stop moving, stillness is your rebellion. It's how you take your life back, moment by moment, breath by breath. Lesson 5. Your ego is not your ally. The hardest battles aren't fought in the boardroom, the gym, or the battlefield. They are fought inside, in the silent, invisible war with yourself. Your ego is persuasive. It whispers that you are owed, that the world should bend to your will, that people should recognize your greatness. It measures success in comparison, applause, and admiration. And every time you obey it, you lose. The Stoics were masters at seeing the ego for what it was, a relentless, subtle enemy. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Don't hanker after what you don't have. Instead, fix your mind on what you do have and on the task at hand." Seneca warned, "He who is everywhere is nowhere." And nowhere is the ego not present. Your ego doesn't want you to grow quietly. It wants trophies, credit, and recognition. It wants to react, to retaliate, to look right even when wrong. It convinces you that your feelings are reality and your desires are necessities. And so we overreact. We overcommit. We overestimate ourselves. We are never at peace because the ego is always hungry. The Stoics trained themselves differently. They did the work that mattered, not the work that impressed. They acted with virtue, not with pride. They measured their lives by internal standards, not by the applause of the crowd. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." The moment you stop letting your ego dictate your choices is the moment you begin to live free. In modern life, your ego is everywhere. Social media magnifies it. Status, likes, promotions, recognition, they all fuel it. And if you feed it, it will control your thoughts, your moods, and your decisions. So fight it. Not with anger, not with self-hatred, but with awareness and discipline. Question your impulses. Check your pride. Ask, am I doing this to prove something to myself or to the world? The world doesn't care about your ego. Your friends, your boss, your followers, they respond to your actions, not your self-importance. Ego is a constant shadow, a whispering saboteur. Your job is to notice it, outmaneuver it, and act anyway. Because mastery begins not with the world, but with your mind. And when your ego is silent, the real you, calm, disciplined, clear, finally emerges. Lesson 6. Learn to lose without losing yourself. Everyone loses. Some lose a job. Some lose a relationship. Some lose money, reputation, or opportunity. And in those moments, most people lose more than just the external thing. They lose themselves. They panic. They rage. They blame. They spiral. The loss becomes a story of shame, fear, or anger. It consumes them. The Stoics saw loss differently. They believed losing is inevitable, but losing yourself in the process is optional. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Seneca wrote, "A man's true happiness is to be content with himself." Loss is a test. It exposes pride, insecurity, and attachment. It reveals who you are beneath the surface of comfort and success. The Stoics trained themselves to stand firm even when everything outside fell apart. Imagine a general losing a battle. The army scattered. The city burning. The people afraid. He can panic and shout, or he can stay calm, assess, and lead what remains. Your life is no different. The first step in learning to lose is acceptance. Accept the loss. Don't pretend it didn't happen. Don't cling to what's gone. Resistance only prolongs suffering. The second step is reflection. Ask, what can I learn? What can I control now? How can I move forward with integrity? Stoic reflection transforms loss from punishment into opportunity. The third step is action rooted in virtue, not desperation. The third step is action rooted in virtue, not desperation. Do what's right, even if it won't fix everything immediately. Be disciplined, be honest, be kind, even when the world has betrayed you. Marcus Aurelius faced personal tragedy after tragedy. His children died, his friends betrayed him, his empire teetered. And yet he remained calm in adversity, clear in judgment, composed in loss. Losing without losing yourself is a skill. It takes courage, practice, and a daily habit of self-mastery. It asks you to be stronger internally than anything external can shake. So the next time you fail, fall, or face defeat, stand still. Breathe. Remember that life is transient, and you are eternal in your choices. You cannot control the world. You cannot control loss. But you can control how you live, how you respond, how you carry yourself, how you hold your soul. And when you do, you discover that real strength isn't in winning. It's in losing without losing yourself. Lesson 7. Turn every obstacle into opportunity. Life doesn't go according to plan. It throws obstacles, sudden, uninvited, unavoidable. A project fails. A partner betrays you. A dream collapses. Most people see a wall. They stop. They complain. They feel powerless. The Stoics saw something else, a teacher. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Every obstacle contains the seed of transformation, if only you know how to see it. Obstacles are inevitable. What's optional is your response. A blocked path forces creativity. A failure forces reflection. A loss forces humility. A criticism forces self-awareness. Epictetus said, "Difficulties show a person what they are." The Stoics didn't wish for smooth lives. They wished to be strong, disciplined, and wise. And strength, discipline, and wisdom are forged in fire. Consider the modern example. Someone loses a job. The initial reaction is fear, anger, regret. But what if they saw it differently? What if they treated it as an invitation to learn, to grow, to pivot, to start something they'd never have dared otherwise? Every obstacle contains a hidden lesson. Every hardship contains a new path. Every setback contains an opportunity to practice virtue, patience, courage, humility, creativity. The key is perception. The world is neutral. It doesn't hand out suffering as punishment. Events are events. It's the story we tell ourselves, the lens we choose, that determines whether it becomes a curse or a blessing. Marcus Aurelius lost children, friends, and empires around him. Yet he constantly reframed setbacks as chances to practice courage, temperance, and reason. So next time an obstacle blocks your path, pause, breathe, observe, ask, what is this teaching me? How can I use it? How can it make me stronger, wiser, better? Turn the wall into a doorway. Turn the storm into a lesson. Turn frustration into fuel. This is not optimism. It's action. It's clarity. It's the Stoic secret. The world will always challenge you, but your response can always transform it. Obstacles are inevitable. Misfortune is unavoidable. But opportunity, that is yours to create. Because life isn't about waiting for smooth roads. It's about building the skill to navigate the rough ones, with strength, with wisdom, and with purpose. Lesson 8. Suffer voluntarily before life forces you to. Life has a way of breaking us, gradually, unexpectedly, mercilessly. Illness, loss, betrayal, disappointment. They arrive unannounced, uninvited, unstoppable. Most people spend their lives avoiding suffering. They seek comfort, escape, distraction. But suffering comes anyway. And when it hits, they are unprepared. The Stoics understood a profound truth. Suffering can be a teacher, but only if you meet it willingly. Epictetus wrote, "Difficulties show a person what they are." But why wait for life to force you to learn? Why not choose to face difficulty on your own terms? Voluntary suffering is deliberate practice. It's waking up early, even when your body protests. It's doing hard work no one notices. It's training your mind to endure boredom, discomfort, and delay. Seneca advised, "We must prepare our minds as soldiers prepare for battle." The Stoics didn't wait for calamity to teach resilience. They practiced it daily. Cold baths, fasting, minimalism, rigorous reflection. Small voluntary hardships forged inner strength for the storms ahead. Modern life offers many ways to practice voluntary suffering. Take cold showers to remind yourself that discomfort is not death. Work beyond recognition, not for applause. Practice silence and reflection when distraction tempts you. Delay gratification to build self-mastery. Every small hardship chosen is a rehearsal for the inevitable ones. Every discomfort faced willingly trains you to respond with courage rather than panic. Marcus Aurelius lost children, friends, and empire. Yet he was calm in crises because he had practiced endurance long before it was required. He had built reserves of strength that no external event could drain. Voluntary suffering is not masochism. It is foresight. It is freedom. It is saying, "I will train for life's storms before they strike, so they cannot control me." So today, find one thing that challenges you, that stretches you, that your comfort-seeking self would avoid. Face it deliberately. Endure it. And remember, each voluntary hardship is a deposit in your account of resilience. When life hits, and it will, you will be ready. Not because the world changed, but because you did. The Stoics taught that strength is built, not given. Choose to build it before you are forced. Suffer voluntarily, so when life demands, you stand unshaken. Lesson 9. Embrace solitude to discover yourself. We live in a world that prizes noise, constant messages, constant movement, constant validation. We are told to connect, to share, to broadcast. And yet, rarely are we told to be alone with ourselves. The Stoics believed solitude is not loneliness. It is training for the mind and the soul. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Nowhere you can go is more peaceful than your own soul." Epictetus reminded us that external distractions do not shape our character. Our response to them does. In solitude, you meet the truth of yourself. No one else's opinions, no one else's applause, no one else's noise, only you. And in that space, you confront your weaknesses, your fears, your desires. You see where you are dishonest, impatient, or prideful. You discover the parts of yourself that are untrained, unpracticed, untested. Most people avoid this. They fill their lives with constant chatter, social media, entertainment, endless socializing. Because facing yourself is uncomfortable. It forces accountability. It forces clarity. It forces courage. But solitude is where growth begins. In silence, the mind sharpens. The heart clarifies. The soul becomes resilient. Imagine a warrior training alone. Without an audience, without recognition, without distraction. Every swing, every step, every repetition is deliberate. The work is harder, because no one is watching, no one is cheering, yet it is infinitely more valuable. The same is true for life. Time alone allows reflection on past mistakes and preparation for future challenges. It teaches you patience, discipline, and self-reliance. Seneca advised, "Withdraw into yourself and examine what your soul needs." Solitude is not escape. It is presence. It is the gym for your mind. It is the forge for your character. Start small. 5 minutes of quiet in the morning. A walk with no phone. Journaling your thoughts honestly. Step back from the noise. Observe your reactions. Question your assumptions. Align your actions with virtue rather than impulse. In this practice, you discover a surprising truth. You are stronger than the chaos around you. You are wiser than your impulses. You are complete, even when the world moves without you. Embrace solitude, not as punishment, not as retreat, but as a sacred space to meet yourself, fully, honestly, courageously. Because the person you become in silence is the person you bring into the storm. Lesson 10. Practice daily courage. Courage is not a single heroic act. It's not storming a battlefield or giving a speech to thousands. Courage is subtle, quiet, repeated. The Stoics believed that character is forged in small acts, not grand gestures. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor of the Roman Empire, faced wars, plagues, and betrayals daily. Yet his true heroism was not in commanding armies. It was in getting up every morning, facing his weaknesses, and acting according to virtue despite fear, doubt, and fatigue. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you respond that matters." Every day presents countless tiny tests. A difficult conversation, a challenging task, a temptation to act dishonestly, a moment when fear whispers, "This is too hard." Each of these moments is an opportunity for courage, and each, when met with discipline and integrity, strengthens your soul. Daily courage is not about never feeling fear. It's about acting despite it. Fear, discomfort, embarrassment, and uncertainty are unavoidable. Courage doesn't remove them. It teaches you to move forward anyway. Consider the modern example. Someone at work notices a colleague being treated unfairly. Speaking up risks social friction, disapproval, or even career setbacks. Remaining silent may feel safer. But courage is not the absence of risk. It is the willingness to act rightly despite it. That small act of integrity, repeated over time, transforms character. The Stoics trained themselves this way deliberately. They sought challenges not for glory, but for practice. Voluntary hardships, self-discipline, honest reflection, all were exercises in courage. Seneca wrote, "Brave men are not born, they are made by their acts." Courage also lives in restraint, resisting the urge to retaliate when insulted, choosing patience over anger, refusing to compromise principles for temporary gain. Every decision to act with virtue in the face of fear is a micro-battle one. Small acts of courage accumulate. They build confidence, integrity, and inner freedom. They teach the mind that adversity is not a threat, it is a teacher. That fear is not a jailer, it is a guide. And courage is contagious. When you act bravely, even quietly, even invisibly, you inspire others. Not because they watch you, but because they see possibility. That fear can be faced. That the right choice can be made. That the inner life matters more than the approval of the crowd. So every morning, ask yourself, where will I practice courage today? Which fear will I face? Which discomfort will I endure for the sake of integrity, growth, or virtue? Do not wait for emergencies, crises, or life or death moments. Practice courage in the ordinary moments, the conversations, the decisions, the quiet refusals to compromise. Because life is mostly ordinary, and the heroism of ordinary life is what shapes a remarkable character. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Every choice like this is a test. Every act of courage builds a life that is unshakable, calm, and free. Daily courage is not glamorous. It is quiet, repeated, relentless, and ordinary. And in this quiet practice, we become who the Stoics believed we were meant to be. Resilient, disciplined, virtuous, free. Face the fear. Do the work. Act rightly. And in the small daily acts of courage, you will find the greatness that no one can give you, except yourself. Life will never be easy. Problems will arrive uninvited. Pain will test you. Disappointment will knock at your door. And yet, the Stoics teach us something radical. Your mind is your kingdom, and it cannot be taken from you unless you give it away. You don't need to control the world. You don't need every answer, every outcome, or every victory. You need one thing: clarity, courage, and discipline in how you live. Over the past 10 lessons, you've learned how to stop negotiating with weakness, stop collecting unused wisdom, stop letting emotion write your story, build stillness amidst chaos, tame your ego, lose without losing yourself, turn obstacles into opportunities, suffer voluntarily, embrace solitude, and practice daily courage. Each lesson is a tool. Each practice is a choice. Each act, no matter how small, compounds into a life of strength, resilience, and meaning. Now the question is yours. Will you apply these lessons, or will you let them sit in your mind, like unclaimed treasure? Will you face discomfort today, speak the truth quietly, pause before reacting, or act with courage in the small moments? Will you embrace the storm, or wait for it to pass? The Stoics knew the answer was action. Knowledge alone does nothing. Reflection alone does nothing. But action, guided by reason and virtue, transforms everything. So start now. Pick one lesson, one act, one decision, and let it ripple through your day, your mind, and your life. Because mastery is not a destination, it is a practice. A life well lived is the life you forge, moment by moment, choice by choice. Start today. Stand firm. Act wisely. Live with courage. And slowly, imperceptibly, your problems will no longer control you. You will have learned to control yourself.